Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I'm riding in the car. I'm on my way to like a little yogurt date. And I was just thinking about where we left off at, and I described, y'all excuse me for that cough. I'm draining. I got a lot going on. I know you can hear like the rattle in my throat. But listen, like I described this scenario before. Imagine a person, a pastor, teaching you the oracles of God. And let me just start off with the definition, in my mind, the definition of God. It's real simple. Simply goes like this: God is love. Okay? God is love. The DSM definition of a narcissist is a person who is incapable of that same love. A person who does not have empathy for others, wives, girlfriends, children, congregants, employees, platonic friends, best friends since college, all kinds of parent-child relationships, the whole nine. That person would be incapable of genuine, authentic love for you. Okay? So we're dealing with the pastor first. Okay? And I don't know if y'all are like me. I don't know. But it breaks my heart, when I think about my past and others who were friends of mine, people that I've known who've served in their local churches, and at the end of their story, they were treated horribly and they were discarded as if they did not give their time, their tithe, their attention, and their talent to serve their local church and their pastor. But for whatever reason, when they got in a need in their life and they could no longer go to church, and it would be for different reasons. Just say sickness, for example. If you were gravely ill, say for instance you came down with Parkinson's disease and you had to be put in a facility, right? Then from the pastor to the member, from the pastor with the narcissistic personality disorder, basically you would be out of sight, so therefore you would be out of their mind, right? Because there would be no more use for you. You can't sing or usher anymore. You can't be a trustee or deacon anymore. You can't serve bodily anymore because your body is wrecked in disease and laid in a bed. Okay, so your functionality for the church would be void at that point. And so to the narcissistic pastor, then you would be discarded like an old car, cell phone, anything old, and you replace it with a new thing, like a new cell phone, new car, new member. Somebody who can serve in the full capacity. They would discard you, right? And they might send somebody to see you, maybe once or twice. But when you rewind, like y'all come with me on this trip. Come with me on this trip. When you think about a person serving, see, because you could serve anywhere. You don't have to serve a particular local church. But when you serve somewhere, a particular local church, and you serve a local pastor, then you love that person. You love that pastor in their ministry. You don't just love their ministry, you love them. as a person. You love that pastor like that pastor is your relative, like that pastor is your mother or your father. You love them like you probably would even, some people come from so many broken homes in certain situations that they would love their pastor more than they would even love their parent. Okay, this is the kind of love that the empathic congregant would have for their pastor, their narcissistic pastor. And when the member is no longer able to function, they will be discarded like an old toy. And the pastor will not sit and think, oh my God, and I'm getting ready to end this video. This will be technically our first session. The pastor will not think about the member and say, oh my goodness, they served me night and day. They gave me and the church everything that they had. Everything. They served single-heartedly, totally focused. They loved me and my ministry. And therefore, while they are down and out, I will do everything that I can for them because they didn't have to do it. And the narcissistic pastor won't, because they won't feel towards that member as the member feel towards them. They will discard that member. At that time, the empathic member will lay there in that bed. Say, for instance, they've laid in that bed now for 365 days, 1 year. Okay. 1 year is a good time, to feel and notice and to reason with yourself as to everything that you gave. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to serve in that one local body. You know what I mean? You could have went somewhere else. They didn't have to serve. See what I'm saying, y'all? And the pastor will not reciprocate. That's a good word. They will discard the member like they hadn't served at all. And they will leave it, at this time, they will leave it to the biological family to take care of their loved one. But while the person was up and running and giving that ministry and that pastor everything they had, then they would eat them up and give them all kind of accolades. But once that member's service is over to that pastor, then it's over. And the member gets discarded as if they were and are an old toy. Kisses and hugs. Don't forget to tell somebody about what we're doing over here on the channel. We're talking about narcissistic dynamics and what that looks like and what that feels like. I love y'all. Kisses and hugs. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye, guys.